Good morning, everyone. Before we'll be discussing about election and political parties of the Philippines. So, what is the definition and nature of election? So, election is a process of which individual are to chosen to hold public office and make collective decision on behalf of the society. They are a fundamental element of democratic system allowing citizens to participate in the selection of their leader and shape the direction of their government. The nature of election can vary depending on the specific context and the type of political system in place. In democratic country, elections are typically held at regular intervals allowing for peaceful transition or power and providing an opportunity for citizens to express their preference through voting. Elections serve as a mechanism for citizens to exercise their democratic rights, shape the government, and hold their representative accountable. They are an essential component of democratic governance, promoting political stability, participation, and legitimacy. Elections have two types, regular election and special election. Regular election is a scheduled event where eligible voters choose their representative or leaders through a democratic voting process, while special election is an unscheduled election that is held outside of the regular election cycle. It is called to fill a vacant or unexpected position, such as when a government official resigns, passes away, or is removed from office. The purpose of special election is to quickly fill the vacant position and ensure that there is no prolonged gap in representation. Who can vote? In democratic countries, the right to vote is typically extended to all citizens who met certain eligibility criteria. The specific requirements for voting can vary from country to country, but these following are some general principles. It includes age, citizenship, and registration. In the Philippines, we have minimum voting age typically around 18 years old, so this means that individual must be reach a certain level of maturity. Generally, only citizens of the country are eligible to vote in its election. This means that individual must be legally recognized as citizen through birth or naturalization. In our country, voters need to register themselves on an electoral roll of voters list before can participate in election. This process involves providing proof or identity and residency. It is important to note that voting rights have not always been universal throughout history. Many countries have expanded suffrage over time, granting voting rights to previously included groups such as women, racial and ethnic minority, and younger citizens. The aim is to ensure that eligible citizens have an equal opportunity to participate in the democratic process and have their voice heard. So the date of election. The regular date of election for President, Vice President, Senators, Member of the House of Representatives, and local officials shall be held on Monday of May.
Hi, I'm Faith Diacon, and today I will be reporting the elected officials in the Philippines. The qualifications of President, Vice President, Senators, Member of the House of Representatives are provided for in the 1987 Constitutions. The Constitutions provides that no person may be elected as president unless he or she is a natural-born citizen, a registered voter, able to read and write, at least 40 years of age on the day of the elections, and a resident of the Philippines for at least 10 years immediately preceding such election. The same qualifications are required For Vice President, the Constitution also states that no person shall be elected as a senator unless he or she is a natural-born citizen, at least 35 years of age on the day of election, able to read and write, a registered voter, and a resident of the Philippines for not less than 2 years immediately preceding the day of the election. In similar manner, the Constitution mandates that no person shall be elected as a member of the House of Representatives unless he or she is a natural-born citizen, at least 25 years of age on the day of election, able to read and write. Except for party list representatives, a registered voter in the district in which he or she is elected. On the other hand, the qualifications for governor, vice governor, member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, mayor, vice mayor, member of the Sangguniang Panlunsod, member of the Sangguniang Bayan, punong barangay, and member of the Sangguniang Barangay are provided for in RA number 7160, the Local Government Code, the LGC. And next, the general qualifications under the LGC for these elected local officials are: he or she must be a citizen of the Philippines, he or she must be a registered voter in the barangay, municipality, city or province, or in the case of a member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, Sangguniang Panlunsod, or Sangguniang Bayan, the district where he or she intends to be elected. These qualifications aim to ensure a basic level of familiarity with the community and effective communication skills in local languages. And next, we'll be talking about the age requirements of under the LGC for the same elective local officials. The candidates for mayor must be at least 23 years old on election day. Candidates for The candidates for governor must be at least 23 years old on election day. The candidates for mayor must be at least 21 years old on election day. Candidates for the position of member of the Sangguniang Panlunsod, Sangguniang Bayan must be at least 18 years old on election day. And lastly, the candidate for the position of punong barangay must be at least 18 years old on the election day. And next, the term limits of elective officials are the president, the vice president, the senator, the member of the House of Representatives, and lastly, the governor. So first, for the president has a term of office of 6 years and is not eligible for any re-election. The term of office of 6 years refers to the duration a person elected to a specific position can serve before needing to seek re-election. However, the statement not eligible for any re-election means that once an individual completes their 6-year term, they are barred from running for the same position again. This restriction is designed to promote democratic principles by preventing the concentration of power in the hands of single individual over an extended period and encouraging a rotation of leadership. Next, the vice president. The vice president has a term of 6 years and cannot run for more than 2 successive terms. The stipulation has a term of 6 years and cannot run for more than 2 successive terms refers to a limitation on the number of consecutive terms an individual can serve in particular elected position. In this context, a person can hold office for up to 2 years, for up to 2 consecutive 6-year terms. After serving 2 successive terms, they are ineligible to run for re-election immediately following the second term. This term limit is often implemented to ensure leadership turnover, prevent potential abuse of power, and encourage fresh perspectives in governance. And the senator has a term of 6 years and cannot run for more than 2 consecutive terms.
Everyone, my name is Steven A. Sarola, and I'm going to report my topic, the Commission on Election. The Commission on Election, or COMELEC, is an of the 3 constitutional commission, the other being the Civil Commission, or CSC. The Commission on Election, the Commission on Audit, or COA, Section 2 or 1 of Article 9 of the Constitution gives the COMELEC the broad power to enforce the administer all laws and regulations relative to conduct of an election, plebiscite, initiative, referendum, and recalls. COMELEC are conferred upon it by the 1987 Constitution and the Omnibus Election Code. They are classified into 3: the administrative, quasi-legislative, and quasi-judicial. The administrative is involved organizing the supervising on organization or institution. The quasi-legislative is the ability for agencies to enact rule and regulations. Well, despite the agency not possessing the constitutional ability to do so. And the legislative and the quasi-judicial body is an organ of government other than court and other than legislature, which affects the rights of private parties through either adjudication or rulemaking. So the quasi-judicial power of the COMELEC embraces the power to resolve controversies arising from the enforcement of election laws, and to be the sole judge of all pre-proclamation controversies and all the contests relating to election returns the qualification. Quasi-legislative power refers to the issuance of rules and regulations to implement the election laws, and otherwise such legislative function as may expressly be delegated to it by Congress. Its administrative functions refers to enforcement and administrative all elections laws and the exercise of such power. The Constitution, Section 6, Article 9, and the Omnibus Election Code, Section 52, authorize the COMELEC to issue rules and regulations to implement the provisions of the 1987 Constitution and Omnibus Election Code. So, thank you.
Automated election system. A system using appropriate technology for voting and electronic devices to count votes and canvass, consolidate results. So basically, automated election system is a kind of election that is automatic from the word itself. So the Congress passed Republic Act number 8436 in the 1997, authorizing the COMELEC to use automated election system. So this kind of system is more easy to access and reliable because it will be counted by the machines and other technologies to see the results. In the Section 1 Declaration of Policy, it is a policy of the state to ensure free, orderly, honest, peaceful, and credible elections and assure the secrecy and sanctity of the ballot in order that the results of elections, plebiscites, referenda, and other electoral exercises shall be fast, accurate, and reflective in the genuine of the people. So, in 2010, it was the first election that the automated election system has been used. So, at that time, Benigno Simon Aquino III was elected as president. So, ang gigamit sa pagkuan sa iyang votes is kanang automated election system. Definition and nature of political parties. This refers to an organized group of citizens advocating an ideology or platform, principles, and policies for general conduct of government, in which, as the most immediate means of ensuring their adoptions, regularly nominates and supports some of its leaders and members as a candidate for public office. So basically, this is a political parties of or groups which is composed of a people advocating a advocacy or promoting their platform. So the electoral character of the political parties separates them from other organizations. So of course, all those political parties needed enough budget or money for them to use while their campaign is ongoing. To sum up, political parties are a group of people or organization in which they are promoting their own advocacies and platform while the election is ongoing.
Good morning, Mabiliran. Good morning, classmates. I am Andrea Palopalo, and I am reporting the political parties in the Philippines. There were no political parties in Malulu's time, and all delegates of Malulu's Congress were all Aguinaldo appointees. Aguinaldo's cabinet, called the Council of Government, did not belong to any party. During the American colonial rule in the Philippines, the Federal Party led by Trinidad Pardo de Vera was at the height of its popularity and political parties. After 1907, the most two prominent political parties were all Federal Party and the Nacionalista Party. On the other hand, the Nacionalista Party ordered the leadership of Sergio Osmena and Manuel Quezon adopt the platform of independence. The KBL or Kilusang Bagong Lipunan was all-powerful political party during martial law period. This was formed by Ferdinand Marcos. KBL candidates, however, won most of the national, local, and congressional elections. The 1987 Constitution provided for a multi-party system. It was in that point that with the help of Corazon Aquino and laban ng Demokratikong Pilipino or LDP, one of all the congressional and local elections. Fidel Marcos built the Lakas NUCD or National Union of Christian Democrats. When he filled the LDP's presidential candidate. After he the Lakas NUCD, he was the majority party. Joseph Estrada built his own political party, the LAMMP, which is Laban ng Makabayang Samang Pilipino. He ran as president. His party combined as two, which is the LDP and NPC or National People's Coalition.
Good morning, Ma'am Biliran. Good morning, everyone. This is my part of our report, the party list system in the Philippines. The party list system in the Philippines ensures proportional representation in the House of Representatives by electing representatives from registered national, regional, and sectoral parties or organizations. The House of Representatives includes the party list system as 20% of its total members allocated to the party list group. There are three different groups may participate in the party list system. The number one is the national parties or organization or coalition thereof. Number two is the regional parties or organization or coalition thereof. Number three is the sectoral parties or organization or coalition thereof. A national party has a constituency covering a majority of regions, while a regional party has a constituency covering a majority of cities and provinces. National and regional parties or organizations do not need to organize along sectoral parties. Sectoral lines are represented and any marginalized or unrepresented sector. Sectoral parties are organized groups advocating for the special interests and concern of various sectors, including labor, peasants, urban poor, indigenous communities, elderly, handicapped, women, youth, veterans, overseas workers, and professionals. Coalition is a group of registered national, regional, or sectoral parties or organizations for political and election purposes as per Section 3 RA number 7944. The component parties or organizations of a coalition can only participate independently when the coalition they from part of does not participate in the party list system. Political parties can participate in the party list election if they don't field candidates in legislative district election and can only register through their sectoral wing. To participate in the party list system, a party must register and express its intention to join COMELEC 90 days before the election, or if already registered, inform the COMELEC of its intention within this time frame. To win a House of Representatives seat, a party must secure at least 2% of total votes, with additional seat proportional to total votes, but not more than 3. The party is required to select its representative to the House of Representatives. The nominee must be a natural-born Philippine citizen, registered voter, resident for at least 1 year, able to write, member of a party organization, and at least 25 years old, except for youth sector parties. The party list system mandates that elected party list representatives lose their seat when they switch parties or sectors. A party member who changes affiliation within 6 months before the election is not eligible for nomination under the new party or organization.
The electoral systems. Electoral systems pertain to the set of rules which are applied to govern the conduct of the elections. So there are two types of electoral system, the proportional system and the non-proportional system. So first, I will be talking about the proportional system. The proportional system, this system applies the principle that should be awarded seats in direct proportion to their share of the votes. So the list system, this is the most common form of proportional system where citizens vote for a slate of parties candidates rather than each candidate of a party. The number of votes garnered by a party determines how many candidates are elected from the party list. The order in which candidates appear on the list submitted will be decisive as to who are to represent the party. A proportional system is an electoral system in which the distribution seats in a legislative body is determined proportionally to the number of votes each political party or group receives. The system aims to ensure that the overall composition of the legislature reflects the distribution of votes among the electorate. So, list system. The list system is used in various countries and can take different forms, including closed list, where the voters cannot influence the order of candidates, and open list, where voters can express preferences for specific candidates within a party list. The method contributes to a diverse representation of political parties in legislature, accommodating both major and minor parties based on their level of popular support. And next, the single transferable vote. Voters list the name of candidates according to their preference. A candidate is required to reach a number of votes or quota to be elected. The excess votes are then distributed to the second preferences as written on the ballot. When no candidate has reached the quota, the bottom candidate is eliminated and the votes for said candidate are also transferred. The process is repeated until all the seats are filled up. And single transferable vote is known for allowing voters to express their preferences more fully, reducing wasted votes and accommodating a broad spectrum of views in multi-member constituencies. It is used in various countries, often for elections to legislative bodies or councils with multiple seats to fill. So that is all for the proportional representation, the system, and the transfer.
Non-proportional system. In this type of electoral system, the parties are not rewarded in proportion to the share of the total numbers of votes they obtain. Number one is the simple plurality. This is also known as the first past the poll system, where the winning candidate is the one who receives the most numbers or votes. This system has been adopted by the Philippines. Pasabot ani, daog siya if siya ang pinakadaghang votes. Number two is absolute majority. In this system, the voters rank candidates. If no candidates wins a majority of first preferences, then the bottom candidate is eliminated and his or her votes are redistributed according to second preferences. This is repeated until a candidate obtains a majority of the votes. So, sabot ani, para makuha ang desired na position sa candidate, i-rank nila one by one dayon i-eliminate ang uban until makuha nila ang majority sa mga votes. The number 3 is two ballot system. A candidate must obtain a majority of votes in order to win. When no candidate obtains a majority of the votes, the leading candidates usually top to compete in a runoff election. Puta ni, kailangan na sa ka-candidate nga makakuha og majority of votes para madaog, and if walay makakuha og majority of votes, ang kanang mga gauna or following or running kay mag kompetensya sila para makuha ang kana nga position.
Mixed system. As the name suggests, the plurality and proportional system are used together. The mixed systems combine the geographical presentation of the plurality method with the party representation of the proportional method. A mixed member majoritarian. Some candidates are elected through electoral districts and other candidates through proportional representation. Citizens are have two votes. One is for the district election using the plurality method, and the other one for the proportional representation contest, usually in party list. B. Mixed system proportional. The party vote determines the number of seats to be won by each party. Elected candidates are drawn first from the party's winners in the district contest, topped up as required by candidates from the party's list. That's all, and thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is JJ Arnaiz Coloma. I am here to report what are the impact of electrical system. The impact of electrical system on politics and governance can be quite insignificant. Electrical system play a crucial role in shaping the way representatives are elected and how power is distributed in a society. Firstly, electrical system can influence the representation of diverse political opinions within a government. Some systems, like proportional representation, aim to allocate the seats in a way that reflect the overall proportion of votes of party or candidate received. Secondly, electrical system can affect the behavior of political parties and candidates overall. The electoral system in place can have a far-reaching consequence on the political landscape and governments. It can shape the representativeness of the government, influence the behavior of political actors, and impact on voter behavior. Understanding this impact of essential ensuring a democratic, effective political system.